So in this tutorial, we will talk about the union type. Now, using union keyword, we can create user-defined type for some special cases. Let us consider this example where I have described item type here using a structure, and there are these attributes for the item number, name, and a price. And apart from these three attributes, there are these weight, size, and color. Now, if the situation is this, that either of these three attributes are going to be used for a particular item, and that's the business rule. That means if the weight is used for a particular item, it's definite that the size and colors are not going to be used. If the color is assigned for a particular item, then it is definite that weight and size are not going to be utilized. Same for size. So for an item, only one of these three attributes are going to be used, not all of them. So in such cases, if you go ahead and declare these three attributes within the structure, it's definite that all these three attributes are going to be allocated for a particular item, and you will be using only one, so the other two are going to be wastage. So if you are allocating an array of 1000 items, then the wastage is huge. You can see that it's actually a minimum of 22 bytes that is required for these three attributes. Weight is 8 bytes, it's 4 bytes, and this is 10 bytes. But we will be using only one. So in such occasion, union is useful. It's going to save some space for us, and we can go ahead and declare union in all such occasions. So union is the keyword that we can use to declare the union in this way. So I am declaring all the attributes which are alternative in nature within the union, and I'm giving a name. So item description is this, name of the union is description, and I am declaring a description object within the item. Now what happens with the union is that only the maximum sized attribute is going to be allocated. That means the size required by the highest attribute is going to be allocated. Here you can see that the color is going to take 10 bytes, so that's the highest size. So for this union, when we allocate object, 10 bytes will be allocated, and in that 10 byte we can store either of these three. Obviously weight and size could be accommodated within 10 bytes because they require less than 10 bytes. So here D can store either of these three. That means D can be used to store either size or weight or color. So if I declare an item object here, item, and then if I write the item dot D dot size equals to 10, then that 10 bytes is used to store only the size. Now if you write weight equals to 60.5, then this is going to be overwritten. That means that object D is now containing this weight. It's 60.5 now, it's not this one, because we have overwritten that size amount with this. It's the same space that we are using for storing size, weight, or color. So if there are 1000 items, an array of 1000 items, then you can imagine that lots of space are going to be saved for each item. It's better to go with union in all such cases. I will just write the whole program so that you can understand. I will write a function in order to input the item and display the item. You can understand that how it goes with that. I will attach the program with this tutorial as well. Here is the input item function that's supposed to take input of a particular item from keyboard, and you can see that I have written the printf scanf for taking item number, item name, and price. Now while taking the size, weight, or color, we need to provide option to the user, and I have given that, and I have introduced another character variable within the structure in order to keep track what actually is there in this description. As we know that there could be three values: size, color, or weight. So here I am keeping the track in this dtype variable. I'm asking the user to input either of W, S, or C for weight, size, or color respectively. Now that is actually kept here. So now what we need is to check what user has given. So it could be either of C, W or S. So if this D type equals to S, then it is the size that the user wants to input for this item. So I'm asking for the size, and we can just keep it there in D. So it should be %D, then IP arrow D, and then it goes there in size, and ampersand should be there. Otherwise, if it is color, then let's check that. D type equals C, then it's the color that the user wants to input for this item. Now it goes there, IP arrow D dot color. Now since color is a character array, so we don't need to put ampersand there. Otherwise, if this is wet, if this is wet, then the user has given W, then it goes there in the wet variable within D. So %lf is the format specifier for double, then ampersand IP arrow D dot wet. So this is how we input the values, and we keep the track of what value actually kept within the union. So whenever you are using union within a structure, then always you need to declare such values here, like this D type, in order to keep track what exactly is there in D. And that's going to be utilized. That means this D type is going to be utilized to identify later on in your program that what is exactly there in D. So as when we are supposed to write the print function, for example here, say I'm going ahead and writing the print item, then we'll be checking the D type to identify what is there in the D variable of that item. So item is received here in order to print. So the number. So here you go. You can see that I have written the complete code. Here we are checking again while printing the item back to the console. Here we are checking with the D type. If the D type is S, that means it's size there in the D union variable within the item. So we are just printing size in that case. Otherwise, if it's C in D type, then it is the color, and if it is W, then it is the weight. So when you are processing the item object, then you need to check the D type variable, what is kept there, in order to find out what is kept there within the union object. So now I can call the input item and pass the item address there in order to store the value from keyboard, and then I can just print it using the print function. You can do whatever the processing that you need with the item. I'm just showing you the input and output, and that is sufficient to understand how the processing will take place. So here I'm going ahead and running the program. You can see that it is asking for the item number. Say it is 10, item name, say this is pen, price 10.5, weight, size or color, say I'm giving C, and black is the color for the pen. So you can see that it's again printed back as black. I should give a new line here. So in this case the color is going to be printed on the next line. It's in the same line, as you can see. So this is how we actually process the union within structure. I hope that you have understood this clearly. Should you have any question, you can just write in the forum and I will take care of that. I will attach this program with this tutorial as well. Thank you.